Que retumbe el bajo y Valentín, yeah. Aquí prohibido mal, dile charitín. Que perpico le tengo cariño. Yo llego a la disco y se forma el motín.
Oh, he's so handsome, what's his name? I need the dollars.
What up, everybody? What's up, y'all? So we are officially live on Instagram, and we are also live on YouTube. Hope everybody is good. I hope everybody has been having a good week. If you have not seen last week's episode of The Real Talk, where I discussed the Netflix series When They See Us, my bad. If you haven't seen that video, make sure y'all go back and watch that one. To all of my viewers on Instagram, make sure you like, subscribe, and tap the little bell on the YouTube channel so that way you can get notifications when I'm on YouTube. So, as always, order of business. Before I go into any live, I always do like little announcements or whatever, kind of schools each thing. But anyway, so for this week's announcements, and I did say we, but we're going to be having a Q&A session. My co-host is running a little behind time, but she is going to be joining us shortly on the Instagram feed. But first order of business. Once again, as always, thank you to all the subscribers. Thank you to everybody that's continuously supporting. I know it's not that many followers or viewers that I get, but the little that I do have, I do appreciate you guys' support. I appreciate all that y'all do. I appreciate people for consistently texting me, inboxing me, telling me thank you for the videos. They enjoy watching the show, give show topics and whatnot. So shout out to everybody that does that. Also, I have some great news. But before I go into the great news, I would like to say I love my best friend, y'all. I love her so much. She has got like an amazing blessing in her life recently. No, it's not a pregnancy, but that information I'm not going to disclose exactly what it is. I want her to know that I love her, and congratulations to you, my best friend. The great news. Like I stated way back earlier at the beginning of the year, that I was working on getting Real Talk a podcast. That podcast, if everything continues to go smooth and everything works out the way that it should, that podcast should be dropping the end of August. If it's not the end of August, for sure in September. I am really excited about this, y'all. This is big for me. I don't know. I keep smiling because I'm excited about it. This is gonna be fun to have a podcast. So the Real Talk podcast will be dropping this year. It's been a goal. It's been something that I've been working on. I've been doing my research on what I need to do to get started. Equipment will be coming in pretty soon, and from there, I'm going to skyrocket and take off. On that podcast will have every single Real Talk episode that has ever been recorded. So make sure that y'all check out the podcast when the podcast drop. I will make sure that I'll let you guys know when that actually happens and when it takes place. In addition to that podcast, the videos will still continue. So I will still live stream, but you will actually get a chance to see the full behind the scenes view on the podcast. So you guys who watch from YouTube, every time I post a video, you guys get to see the preparation period leading up to recording the podcast. Like you guys will get literally a full show, and that's the same way for Instagram viewers and Instagram followers. You guys will get to see a full show. If you are not following the Instagram page, make sure you go follow the official Instagram page at @the_official_Real Talk. For those of you on Instagram, once again, if you're not already subscribed to the YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe to the official Real Talk YouTube channel. And don't forget to tap that little bell in the corner to make sure that you get notifications for whenever episodes drop or when I go live. So I hope everybody, like I said, I hope everybody be having a great week. This week has been pretty good. Off to a slow start, of course, but hey, we in there like swimwear. Yes, I'm sorry, I stopped to read some comments, but yes, I am coming out with a podcast, Kareem. The podcast will be dropping soon. I'm like super excited about it. I have been grinding, trying to figure out everything I need to do to take care of the podcast, and I'm making that dream a reality. So it's definitely going to happen. We have someone. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. We have someone asking me if I'm basketball. Basketball. Oh, okay. It's okay. It's hey. Shout out to you for being able to speak another language. I'm that gifted to be able to speak another language. But shout out to you, man. And I appreciate you for tuning in to this episode of the Real Talk. Y'all will see me going back and forth periodically throughout the show because I have Instagram on this side and I have YouTube right here in front of me. But I'm gonna go ahead and get started with today's Q&A session. So I sent out a link to a Google form because I am a tech guy. Get it, Pastor? Ow. Because I'm a little computer nerd. So I sent out a Google form to submit questions for today's episode. And I have a few questions. And I'm gonna start off answering them slow so that way that'll get my co-host time to be able to get on and jump in on the conversation, because of course she has to be included with this. This wouldn't have been possible to start doing without her. So we are I'm gonna start in, answer the questions a little slow, and then we're gonna go from there. Also, if you guys didn't get a chance to submit questions to the Instagram account or to the YouTube channel, drop your questions in the comment and we will answer them bad boys, okay? I got a lot of energy, y'all. I took a nap. So your boy is ready. Your boy is pumped. I'm excited. I love doing this. This is fun. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into the questions. Hookah break. For the record, y'all would never see me smoking my hookah on the camera. I don't know. For some reason, I just felt like I wanted to do it today. Anyway, so all of the questions are completely anonymous. The questions are not based on a specific sexuality. It's not based on male or female. They're just in general questions. So again, the questions are anonymous. I don't know who asked these questions. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I was going through and reading some of these questions, and a few of them, I'm not gonna lie, had me pretty joke. I was like, boy, people really want to know this stuff like this. It's crazy. It's funny though. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the first question. So the first question says, what is your favorite Real Talk episode? Ooh. If I had to pick an episode, I'd definitely say the very first episode. And the reason why I say the very first episode, if you guys didn't get a chance to see the very first episode of Real Talk that was dropped, the first episode was a talk on depression. And the reason why that one is my favorite, not only because it was the first episode, but because depression is a very sticky topic and it's kind of hard for people to express themselves. So that was my way of setting up a platform to let people know that there are people out there who are willing to help you. There are people that are willing to listen, and it's options for you. I think that was probably like one of our most successful episodes that we recorded of Real Talk. But in addition to that episode, the karaoke episode was so bomb. It was hilarious, like completely hilarious. That wasn't probably my best singing because your boy can sing. Not sing, but I can sing. So that probably wasn't the best anybody's ever heard me sing. If you've ever heard me sing, you know what type of voice I have. You know the dynamic. Well, you may not know how hard I can go, but you know the dynamic. You know that I have a pretty good note to carry. But yeah, definitely my favorite Real Talk episode will probably be the very first episode that we dropped on depression. Another question from a viewer says, what is your ultimate goal in life? What is my ultimate goal in life? That's pretty easy, honestly. Anybody know me knows that teaching and working in education is like my passion. I literally eat, sleep, breathe teaching. Like that's literally my life. I'm always kind of researching different ways to become a better person in education. So that's just that's just me. That's what my heart, that's my calling. So with that being said, my ultimate goal in life is to one day be able to open up my own performing arts school. Uh the reason I say performing arts is because a lot of people who are extremely talented don't get that platform without having to go through 501 million steps to be able to get into a performing arts school. Or they're not able to get into the performing arts school they want because of limited spots. So I want to one day open up a performing arts school to allow people, well, not people, because that sounds kind of, I don't know, it just sounds weird, to allow children as early as the sixth grade to get into performing arts school, to be focused, to be able to focus heavy on the performing arts, but as well as their other academics. In addition to that, I want to be able to create some type of partnership or foundation where those kids in the sixth grade can start earning scholarships for college. And when I say scholarships, I don't mean necessarily performing arts scholarships because of the fact that it will be a performing arts school. Just scholarships in general. College is expensive. If you're a college student that's watching this, y'all know how expensive college is with them textbooks, that tuition. Shout out to I think that's Joe Biden, who trying to get in as president to get rid of all the student loan debt. Shout out to you. He may never see this video, but if he do, shout out to you, my guy. You understand the importance of education in America, and shout out to you. So anyway, back on topic. Yeah, my ultimate goal in life is to be able to one day to open my own performing arts school. I have a name for it. The Gilbert School, the J. Gilbert School of Performing Arts. Like I say, I just feel like people with the performing arts background, they need somewhere where they can be able to fully express themselves. Now, the only performing arts school I know in Houston is the Houston School for Performing Arts, which is really awesome from what I've been told. But just because HSPVA exists doesn't mean that another performing arts school cannot exist in Houston. Who knows where life may lead me by the time I get to that point in life where I want to, I'll do open up my performing arts school. I may not even be living in the state of Texas. I may be living elsewhere. But wherever I'm living, I definitely do want to be able to open up my performing arts school. And like I say, start those kids off early, getting them scholarships. Like, Kareem, you understand that like college is expensive, y'all. Like, I don't know why it costs so much. Like, you get a free education in public school, but once you get to college, it's all about that money. So I don't know. I guess they say somebody got to pay for it. They didn't pay for you to go to school from pre-K all the way up to the 12th grade of high school. And I guess they say it's your turn to pay for it. So yeah, that is definitely my ultimate goal in life, is to start my own performing arts school. Hookah break. Let's see. Next question. What is your go-to meal? My go-to meal. Now, I'm gonna answer that question in two different ways: cooking and just eating in general. Eating in general, hands down, meatloaf. I love meatloaf. I don't care if meatloaf made with brown gravy. I don't care if the meatloaf is made with red gravy. I love meatloaf. And it's so funny because every time my parents cook meatloaf, they always tell me, don't come over here and eat up half the meatloaf. Save some for us. Because they know your boy's going to get it in. I'm a big boy. I like meat. So I gotta have a meatloaf. As far as cooking, what would I say is my go-to meal for cooking? I think my go-to meal for cooking will probably be shrimp fettuccine. I love fettuccine. I love seafood too. Now I don't get into eating like oysters and calamari. That's just like next level. I haven't tried it, but I don't think that's something that's like appealing to my appetite per se. But live video calls. Why is somebody calling me? This is not the time to be calling me while I'm on the air. So we're gonna go ahead and decline that phone call. Sorry about that. But yeah, my go-to meal would probably be shrimp fettuccine. Like I say, I love it. It's so good. Fettuccine is so good. I like to make my fettuccine with shrimps and sausage, and occasionally I'll put chicken in it. Um, I I haven't really mastered how to make my own sauce from scratch because that's another thing. Like I on the Lolo, like I like to cook, so I um I haven't really mastered on how to make my own sauce, but I like to mix it with cheese sauce and also fettuccine sauce. I mean, you know what? I think I'm gonna do like a cooking video one day, like a cooking tutorial, so that way y'all can see me in action in the kitchen. Now, I'm not no top shelf or nothing like that. Like, don't get me wrong, I can cook, but I'm not like on no international level where I can just go to the White House and be chopping up some stuff. But yeah, my go-to meal would definitely be shrimp fettuccine. Sorry about that quick pause, y'all. I had a text message from my co-host letting me know that she's about to join me on Real Talk page. Sorry about that. My co-host will be joining me pretty soon. Hopefully sooner than later because I miss her. And I know y'all probably do too. So yeah, that's my go-to meal. Cooking wise, it would definitely have to be shrimp fettuccine, and then eating wise, it's definitely meatloaf. And you know what? Honestly, I'll scratch that. I'm not gonna say meatloaf. I'll say just home cooked meals. Period. Like that Southern food, like pork chop, greens, macaroni and cheese, cornbread, hot water cornbread. If you ain't never had hot water cornbread, you are sleep. Hot water cornbread is so good, man. Like my grandma makes the best hot water cornbread ever. I've tried it. Mm-mm. It's not other things that I could cook, but hot water cornbread is hot water cornbread is good. So any type of like Southern hospitality food, I would say is definitely like my go-to meal to eat. So like I say, pork chops, green, macaroni, cheese, cornbread, corn. I'm gonna go ahead and just throw meatloaf in there, hot water cornbread, red beans and rice. Like the food that the OGs just get in the kitchen and put their blood, sweat, and tears into it, and you taste it, and it tastes like heaven. That's my type of go-to meal. All right. So next question, and once my co-host joins me, for a little bit, I'll ask her the questions and kind of let her kind of go through some of her answers since I've already answered them, and then yeah, we're gonna keep the show rolling. Let's see. Okay, now this is a question I thought was real funny. I don't know why in the hell somebody would ask this if they really know. I don't know why they would ask this. This question says, what is the one thing you hate the most about working in a high school? That was it's funny because honestly, I can't really think of something that I like actually hate about working in a high school because I love my job. I do. And anybody that knows me know that I will go to any lengths necessary for my job, for my students. Like I get it in, like I'll go to war behind my job. It's, especially like my students. Like I love my students. I honestly, they stress my world to the fullest. They make me feel like Thanos to snapped his fingers and I'm in an alternative universe sometimes. But at the end of the day, I work with some of the most amazing children ever. Like I've been in education since I pretty much graduated high school, and this past school year, just ended my third year. Yeah, third year working in high school. So it was definitely an adjustment going from the younger kids from fifth and sixth grade to working in high school. But the worst thing, the one thing I hate the most about working in high school, I don't think there is anything that I hate about working in high school. One thing I can say, that instead of saying something that I hate about working in high school, a struggle, I'll say, is definitely children and communication. And what I mean by children and communication is like the way that they communicate or go about solving problems. Sometimes I don't necessarily agree with it, but what works for me doesn't work for everybody, or what works for them don't work for everybody. All right, guys, guess what? My co-host is in the building. We got. You are horrible, y'all. I wish y'all could see her. I should have turned the camera around so y'all can see her. Oh well, no, we're not going to turn that around. So my co-host Shay has joined us. Whenever she put her face back on the camera, there she goes. Y'all can't see her, but y'all gotta excuse my cracked phone. But as I promised, I will go back and answer. Let her answer the few questions that I've answered so far. So, sis,
Yes.
I'm gonna ask you.
I thought this would be easier to hold.
Oh, you'll be fine. I'm gonna ask you like 2 or 3 other questions that I've already answered, and kind of let you put your let you put your voice out there. It's good to have you back on the show with me. I miss you. I say it's good to have you back on the show. I miss you.
Oh, I miss you too. I wish I was there.
I know. That's okay. We're gonna definitely have to get an episode in over the day, in the next couple of weeks where we in here together.
We can get it together.
Yes, we got to. We got to get the band back together, mate.
You gotta come in.
Who is that?
Matthew wants to say hi.
That's my nephew. Hey, nephew.
Say, come on, put your face. Wasting time.
He's so shy, y'all. We gonna tell the world he's shy. He's like real shy. He's a shy boy.
He talking about he look like.
Who's?
I look a mess.
All right. So the first question: what is your ultimate goal in life?
I would say the main thing I'm always concerned about is that I want to make sure all my family is good.
Yes.
With everything.
Yes. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
That's the main thing.
I was telling the people that my ultimate goal is to open my performing arts school.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Yes, like I want it. I want to do it. I gotta make it happen. Like I say, regardless if it's in Texas or wherever life may have me, do not do that stare. Oh my God, wherever life may have me by the time. Oh God, whatever life may have me by the time I open up that school, like I really want to open that performing arts school up. I do.
That's a nice goal, though.
Yeah, it is.
That's a whole school.
A whole school, and like I want to start it as early.
You finna open a whole school.
A whole school.
That's good. That's a nice one.
Yeah, and I'm.
Am I allowed to eat?
Yeah, I'm sitting over here. I got my whole hookah going. I was telling the people they would never see me use my hookah on camera, but whatever. I feel good today. I've had a good nap. Okay, the next question. What was your favorite episode of Real Talk that we've done so far?
Say that again.
What was your favorite episode of Real Talk?
Honestly, I don't think I had a favorite. I liked all of them kind of. They all were pretty good.
Yes.
I had a favorite.
If you had to pick one, like in this moment, if you had to pick one.
Hold on, I am so stupid.
Oh God. What happened?
Why? You talking about our show?
Y'all. See, this is why I wish she was like physically here on camera, y'all, because we have moments like this all the time when we talk about something and she'll be like, wait, what?
I thought you were talking about the show that come on TV, Real Talk. You don't know what I'm talking about? With Tamara.
You talking about The Real?
Oh. Look, I've had a long day.
Sis, you are preaching to the choir. You preaching to the
I've had a
choir.
long day, y'all.
It's okay, y'all. We gonna let her make it. Okay? But
I'm so sorry.
But what's your favorite episode of Real Talk that we've done so far?
My favorite one I think was our very first one, Depression.
Yeah,
Wasn't that our first one?
it was. And I said that was probably my favorite one too.
I like that one.
And then I said I really like the karaoke one too. The karaoke one was hilarious.
Oh, God. Well, I forgot about that one.
Oh, I didn't. I didn't forget. The karaoke episode was funny, but definitely like the first episode.
Yeah, I did like the karaoke one too.
Karaoke. I want to go do karaoke this Friday, maybe. I don't know. We'll see where the wind blows.
Because we leaving Saturday for Georgia for a week. We'll be back. I'll be back July 6th. At least I think we did. I was going to say, at least we found a babysitter for Ghost. Remember?
We're not going to discuss that on camera, okay? So, my sister has a dog, and his name is Ghost, and in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Allah, Buddha, we calling everybody. Whoever you worship, we calling them because, baby, Ghost, we need to just form a circle of gods, of high worshipers around him and to just anoint his spirit. Like, he's not a bad dog. He just wild. Like, he's literally, like, he acts like a pit bull. He got so much energy, like it's crazy.
He's too big for all that.
All right, so next question. What is your go-to meal?
My go-to meal?
Yeah.
That's gonna, dang, I just eat too much food, period. My go-to, see, now is it when on struggle days or regular days?
Either one, because I did my go-to meal on cooking and my go-to meal for eating. My go-to meal for eating is like home style Southern food, like period. I'm talking red beans and rice, cornbread, pork chops, collard greens, hot water cornbread. Yes, like I give me some Southern food, but like cooking wise, definitely shrimp fettuccine, hands down.
Okay, my go-to is seafood.
Yeah, seafood is where it's at, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
I'll take it grilled, fried, sauteed.
Just give me seafood, you know?
I think that's what it would be. But I'll say like for I say struggle meal or when I need to make groceries, noodles, ramen noodles, but it gotta be chicken, the regular chicken.
See, I'm not a big noodle fan, but if I do eat noodles, I'm not finna eat nothing besides chicken. Don't give me no beef.
Yeah.
Beef smell like dog food or something. Or cat food. The shrimp is okay. It ain't got enough flavor for me. It's not real shrimp. It's imitation shrimp. Give me chicken. Chicken make me feel like I'm sitting here eating some.
You have to add salt and pepper. A little bit of salt and pepper with the seasoning pack. Oh,
See, I go straight to my Tony's. Add a little Tony sachet, some onion powder, garlic powder. You know, maybe put a few little bay leaves in there. You know, hook it up. Throw a little cheese on it there now and then. It'd be good. It'd be solid. All right. So since she's here, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into some of the questions, and you can ask questions every now and then from the list. I'm gonna go ahead and jump into some of the questions that that both of us can answer. So the first one, and I don't know who asked this. Whoever asked this, you gotta know my history from my last relationship to ask a question like this. It says, "What is your view on relationships as far as friends being friendly?"
Let me see. What is your view on relationships as far as friends being friendly?
Yeah, I guess they're asking more on like boundary levels, like friends and boundaries with friends. So I'll let you answer it first, and then I'll give my input.
What is my view on relationships as far as friends? Oh, like, so I guess it's an opposite sex friend.
That's why I say whoever asks this question, they gotta know like my last relationship and what that whole hot mess was about. That time being wasted.
If we're speaking opposite sex, and I think they're being too friendly, it's gonna be a stop to that. And we can't be friends with the big mouth. No mouth. If it's too friendly, because too friendly to me mean funny acting or something. You know, doing shit you're not supposed to be doing.
Right.
That's what I'm assuming.
Right.
The question means. So if it means that, then no.
Well, my view on it, I definitely think that boundaries need to be set in a relationship when you have friends of the opposite sex. Like I say, I don't know who asked this question, but you funny. You real funny. You almost got me there. You know, she might be watching, mate. If she's watching, but I don't. Me personally, I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with having friends of the opposite sex. Like I say, when it comes to a relationship, though, you got to make sure that your friends understand those boundaries. When I was in my last relationship, all of my female friends, they understood. You know, I was in a relationship, so if I didn't talk to them as much, they knew. So it wasn't like awkward or nothing. But me personally, I feel like as far as being friendly, like as long as you have an understanding with your friends, what's okay and what's not okay, and they're accepting of it, it's good. And me personally, even if they're not accepting of it, my thing is, if you really my friend, like you're gonna respect my wishes as to what my expectations are with my relationship, like hands down.
Like seriously.
Yeah, like you can't just be
have other motives.
Right. And I guess that I guess that's what my ex felt like. One of my friends had other motives. I don't really know how she could concoct that story up in her head, but I don't know. I'm not gonna even get into that because every time I think about her, I be want to set her on I-10 somewhere in the middle of Houston's traffic. And if you know how Houston traffic is toe up. You hear me? All right, so you go ahead and ask a question. See, best friend, no. Like I don't play behind my friends. Like my friend, anybody that know me know my friends are my family. So it's like when you have an issue with my friends, you got an issue with my family. And like I say, as long as the friends understand the friend role in as far as their friend in a relationship, it should be good. My friends knew what was up. It's some of my friends this girl didn't even get a chance to meet because of how. I'm sorry. Go ahead, sis. What was you about to say?
Oh yeah, I remember that situation.
Man, y'all, it was tragic.
Let's see. The one I want to, let's see, I would say, how important is
Y'all, she just froze.
Okay, sorry.
You
I
good?
had closed the phone. Dang, now what happened to the laptop? Well, the question was, how important is sex in a relationship? Somebody I know asked this.
Huh?
And I wonder if somebody I know asked that question. I was recently talking to someone and trying to give advice. I'm trying to set this up, damn it. Anyway. And, hey, real quick, is this live on mine too? No, right?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I don't know either. And the answer to that question to me, for me, yes. I do, is that how it worded? I think sex in a relationship is very important because that's part of where your connection comes from with your
Yes.
spouse. And also, not only are you sharing your souls or however you want to refer to it, but it's something about how your relationship is when when someone is sexually frustrated in their relationship.
Oh yes, you know when somebody's sexually frustrated. Man, when I tell you sexual frustration will bring out a side of you didn't thought you had, baby. Sexual frustration it'll make you want to fight somebody.
Or it'll make you start cheating or anything like that. So that's why to me sex is important. It prevents a lot of things and you gain a lot from it too. As far as like I said, like with the connection with the person. My hair is nappy as hell, y'all. I'm sorry.
I am dead. Okay, for me, sex is important in a relationship. Like you say, it's all about that connection. Now, the thing with that is, I feel like, and somebody probably gonna disagree with me, somebody probably gonna come for my head, but I'm so sorry. This is just my input. One of our followers on YouTube said it is live on your page as well, so your followers should be able to see it. But
who said that? Who knows? Okay, sorry.
But for me, like I say, sex is important in a relationship. However, you can't just have sex with everybody you get in a relationship with. And the reason why I say that is because, and it kind of coincides, I'll get deeper into it in another episode I want to do on energy, the type of energy people have. But I read something that said when it comes to sex in a relationship, it's not only a mental connection, but it's a transfer of energy. So regardless of what that person is like around you, when they're not around you, if they have bad energy, that bad energy is going to transfer to you when y'all have sex. Like I think some people just think, okay, like don't bring that bad mojo up over here. I'll pull a rabbit foot out the back of the closet in a heartbeat. Yeah, because like people that practice voodoo, they say rabbit foots is good luck. I don't know nothing about voodoo. Yeah. I don't know. Don't.
Good and bad with the rabbit foot.
Oh, see, Well, see, I don't know if I want to pull that rabbit foot out then, y'all. Leave that foot right. Keep that foot and that rabbit both of them. Leave that foot right there. But like it's a connection thing. So it's like you don't want to pull that bad mojo. You don't want to transfer that bad mojo to somebody else. And that's even with you. If you have bad energy around you and you go there and have sex with somebody, now you transfer your bad energy to them. So, but
I was about to say, I really believe that is true because just being in someone's presence, energy can rub off on you. So imagine having sex. You're literally physically in or whatever,
like you sitting up there beating it down, getting your back broke in, and then afterwards you wonder why each other pissed off instead of Whew, baby, want to go downstairs and make some tacos for you, good. You know, you you get the wonder like, what the hell? Like, the sex was good. Like, what's up? Like, what's going on? Like, you be kind of confused. You be confused, like, but like, I do think sex is important. Like that, sex can honestly take a relationship from here to there instantly. Yeah. So sex,
so it's real important.
Yeah,
in a relationship.
Sex is important.
You know, some people feel it's not, and you know, I don't know if I could ever agree with that because, and that's even if I was a virgin, because to me, that's like a next level of affection. It's PDA, but you're not public. You know?
Exactly.
Like it's still a way to show affection. So, you know, and I feel like it leads to that because once you just kissed and did everything but sex, you're gonna want what's next.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. Because I mean, don't get me wrong, having friends with benefits is cool, but it's like you don't want to do that all the time. Like I would rather be doing it with somebody who, you know what, in about 3 months, I got a surprise for her. She finna be my wife. I'm finna ask her to marry me on some type of shit, you know? So it's definitely important in a relationship. So another question is, and I think that you're gonna like this one: is marriage a requirement in a relationship?
I literally looked at it and I was like, I bet you he gonna say that.
Speaking of marriage, I've been seeing a lot of my classmates, somebody very dear to me recently been getting engaged. Shout out to everybody that's engaged. Congratulations. I hope that the day you get married is everything for you. Don't forget to invite me to them weddings. I will be there. If you need your boy to sing, I will sing for you. By the way, speaking of weddings and singing, I have a surprise song for you. I have something for you. And I think, yes, it's going to make you cry. I think you're going to love it, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. Anyway, so is marriage a requirement in a relationship? What's your input?
Wait, hold on. Let me see. Is it burning? Sorry.
Y'all, she cooking too. She cooking. Sis in the kitchen putting that work in. She cooking.
I'm multitasking. Shut up. Really? So that don't matter what my alternative motives are. No.
Okay, while she's getting herself together over there, we have somebody on YouTube, Matthew, that asked the question. Matthew said, "What you think on dating my brother's girlfriend's sister? Could it be awkward later on down the line?" Matthew, I'm going to say no.
Brother's girlfriend sister?
Yes.
That's if they broke up, I don't think it would be a bad thing. But if that brother is still with the sister, then no.
I mean, everybody different. Because me personally, I honestly don't think it's awkward. Like, y'all just in-laws. It's not, like y'all just in-laws.
But then, no. But we want to marry each one. That can't work. That's why. I guess because I picture marriage. Let me answer the question then. Eventually.
Yeah.
You know, and you can't do that, but let me see. If you want me to go ahead and answer the question?
Well, after we answer Matthew's question, I don't me personally, Matthew, I don't think it's awkward. I'll say this, I don't think it's awkward unless y'all make it awkward. I don't know if you're in that situation right now, but me personally, I don't think it's awkward. I don't see anything wrong with it. Maybe that's just my mindset of thinking, but I don't see anything wrong with it. I mean, it's your brother's girlfriend's sister. Now, if it was your brother's girlfriend, that's a fight. But me personally, I don't think it's awkward. Thank you for your question, Matthew. Sis, go ahead and answer the question on marriage and relationships.
Where is marriage a requirement in a relationship?
Yes. Best friend, I'm dead.
I think be together, I really do feel that a marriage should happen. But at the same time, you know, like how everyone's different, everyone feels how they want to feel. I think it's if that couple agrees that they don't want to get married, they just want to have a relationship, then I think that's okay for them. But if you're in a relationship with me and it's been X amount of time, I would say a marriage is required.
I agree. I agree with that. And I mean, everybody is not marriage material. I'll start by saying that. Everybody is not marriage material. So I think as far as it being a requirement in a relationship, yes, it's required, but it's not required for everybody. Like you can't just go there and be like, oh, we've been together 6 months, you're the love of my life, I'm gonna marry you. Which in some cases that does work because you know how you feel about a person, you know where you ultimately want to end. And best friend, and that is a good point. My best friend said in goals too. Like when you have like certain personal goals set, marriage is one of those things that should be in your goals. Like I can't see myself dating somebody for 2-3 years, and it's real serious, and we don't get married. Like I don't know what your expectations is. You gonna be my wife whether you want to or not. What you gonna do? Say no?
Like, what's the point?
Exactly. What are we doing?
Boyfriend and girlfriend.
Right. It's like, what are we doing? Now.
Yeah. Okay. It is just a title or just a piece of paper because technically it's not supposed to change one's actions. But it will.
Yeah, it will.
It will. And then on top of that, we live in the United States where you might want to be married to the person that you with every fucking day because if you die, they need to know who to contact, when, where, why, and how.
Exactly.
And if that person that's with you every day is the one that's going to know every single thing about you and how to handle anything that's done with you, you know, unless you combining in a family member or something, but then why be in a relationship? But
exactly,
you know, I don't.
And I know what I said. Like it kind of contradicts. Like personally, it's kind of a slight contradiction because my mom and my stepdaddy was together 16 years before they actually got married. And me again, I don't see nothing wrong with it. You know, you don't want to immediately jump into nothing with everything that they've been through throughout those 16 years. I felt like they got married when the time was right. Like they got married at their time. And that's another thing. Even though I do feel like marriage is a requirement. You got to know when is the right time to get married. Like you've been with somebody a month. Oh my God, I love her so much. She gonna be my wife. No, she not. You in the honeymoon stages, nephew. Don't do it to yourself.
You being retarded.
Right. Like it's just cuckoo. All right, go ahead and ask the next question.
Let's see. It says, who is the one person who knows everything about you?
Oh, that's easy. My best friend.
There's anyone that knows everything about me. Because, when I'm with my friends, I do like to talk a lot. And,
yes, we talk a lot.
Talk about things that, just talking about life and everything. But I'm still, at the same time, very private. And some things I don't discuss or talk about with people. So I honestly don't think there's anyone that knows everything about me, but if I had to say someone that knew a lot about me, I don't think I'm friends with that person anymore. So I don't know. And
if it's who I'm thinking of, I seen that Mud Duck post a picture on Facebook, but we're not gonna talk about that.
No, it's not that
way. Oh, okay. But for me, it's definitely my best friend. Like my best friend knows everything. Like I don't think it's been nothing that I've dealt. Yeah, like I don't.
This person was my best friend at one point. Yeah, so that's why.
Yeah. I don't think it's nothing I can honestly think of about me or my life that my best friend don't know. Like she knows it. Like she knows it. She know. Like best friend know. Best friend know. Best friend know what make me happy. Best friend know the type of shit that'll make me sad. She know my dreams, my plans. Best friend, you know what? Honestly, I tell a lot of people this. When I in a relationship, the reason why I don't immediately let them meet my best friend is because my best friend have those standards just like my mama. If you can get past my mama, if you get past my parents, you good. It's my best friend you got to get past because my best friend is just like you. She can read bullshit 1,000 miles away, and if you ain't coming correct, she gonna be like, best friend, that ain't it. I know you, and that's not for you. That's not what you need. And that's the same way with me with her. I know, shit a lot about her. And I know I can tell you that, best friend, that's not for you. That ain't what you need. He ain't the one. But she found the one. Yeah, let's go, best friend. But yeah, like for me, my best friend knows everything.
Everything is such a broad word. That's why I'm like,
yeah.
I don't know about everything, but I think a lot. If I say a lot, then I don't know. I think anybody that was a friend in my life before, or because I'm like an open book, so most people are gonna know a lot about me.
Yeah. And it's a wife best friend. I swear to God, y'all, when my best friend get married, the whole time of her wedding, my hashtag is gonna be my best friend a wife.
You are so crazy.
For real, like I've already said it in my mind. Like my hashtag for her wedding is gonna be my best friend is a wife.
I wonder if anybody have that, because you know how sometimes when they don't, that be the only pictures there. That would be cool if that, like, no one else has used that specific hashtag.
I hope not. If I could trademark that whole, I'm a trademark my best friend is a wife. Like, because for real, and that's the even way with you, but my sister is a wife. Like when you get married, my sister is a wife. Like y'all deserve y'all happiness, and y'all got it. And as long as y'all happy, I'm happy. Period.
Well, thank you.
Ow. So I think this next question is a question that you can probably relate to a little bit more than me, considering that you already have kids. But it says, when you have kids, will you tell them about your mistakes or hide them from them?
Oh, dang, I didn't see more questions. Let me see.
Or hide them and let them learn for themselves.
Oh, no. I am a firm believer on telling them and you call me? Oh, telling them and putting them up on game.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not about to bullshit around the corner, beat around the corner, nothing with life, because life is hard enough.
Life is hard.
Somebody there that can teach you, which to me, that's what a parent is for.
Yeah.
You're supposed to put your kids up to game so they can know when they get out there in this real world how to be, what to do. You want them to survive.
Exactly.
You want them to turn out to be good people, good human beings, and successful. So, I think it's important to tell them about your mistakes. And now, if they know, they still want to repeat it, then they are learning for themselves. But
yeah, and
I think you should tell them.
Yeah, and I agree with you. That was the same way with my mama. My mama was pretty much an open book with us. Like, she told us, now, if you know my mama is very blunt.
Yeah.
She don't put sugar on nothing. Like how most parents sit down with their kids and have a whole sex talk. That wasn't my mama. My mama whole thing was, if you bleed, either two things gonna happen. You're gonna either have kids or you're gonna catch a disease. Period.
Well,
Like she was real straightforward. She was real straightforward with us, and then like just with life in general, like Sheena always taught us to not depend on people to get out there and make stuff happen for ourselves. Don't sit around and wait for the next man to make it happen for you. Even when you get in a relationship, like have your own, have some type of support. So if that relationship fails, you still standing up, like you're not, in a bad predicament or in a bad situation. So but I wouldn't hide nothing from my kids. Like I would want my kids to know, like, look, this is what daddy did when he was young. This is where daddy messed up at. I don't want you to be the same as daddy. I know you look up to daddy.
And see the reason why I'm so adamant about tell them is because my mom was the opposite. She really put me up to game. Like I had to learn a lot on my own, and it wasn't intentionally. She's just not that type of person. And then she was young. She had me, and so we were kind of growing up together.
Yeah.
And so she didn't really put me up to game on a lot of stuff, but she did want what was best for us, and her intention showed that. You know, so.
And I think that's important. Like I feel like, and anybody that's watching this, that's parents. If you have a young child, like again, I don't have children, but I think that is one piece of advice I would give to any parent. Like don't hide the things that you went through from your kids. Like put your kids up on game. Let your kids know what's up, so that way when they get up to that age, they know, okay, well, I remember mama was telling me this story. I remember daddy telling me this story about a situation like this he encountered or she encountered. This is what they did. I know I need to do the opposite of that. Your kids are gonna look up to you, but your goal for your kids, and even your kids' goal, should be not necessarily to not be like your parents. You want to be like your parents, but you want to be a better version of your parents.
Because you literally, I've seen it in all my friends and myself. You naturally walk in your parents' footsteps without realizing it. Yeah. And if it was bad footsteps or not so good footsteps, it's on you to make a different route for yourself, but you naturally follow in your parents' footsteps because that's just, I guess, the life cycle. And that kind of goes to that whole it's hereditary thing.
Because like every time I go back home to Louisiana and I spend time with my daddy, like I know I'm just like my mama in so many different ways, from my attitude on down to the simplest things in life as to where I conduct business. But it's a lot of stuff that I didn't realize. We got cut off on live on Instagram. Y'all give me a second and I'm gonna get it. It's a lot of stuff that I didn't realize that I was like my daddy. So it's like you really have to educate your kids, let your kids know what's up, so that way, I don't know why in the hell I just took a picture, but that wasn't my intention. But you really have to let your kids know what's up and put them up on game. Everybody on Instagram, sorry, our feed got cut out for some reason. I think it's probably been like an hour. Oh, it has been an hour. But our feed got kind of cut off, so I had to reboot it. So make sure y'all join back in. But sis, if you can see this, watch this, go ahead and jump back in. But I do think that it's important to not hide your mistakes from your children. Like your kids learn from your parents. Like from their parents. At the end of the day, they look up to you. So it's important for them to see what it is that you went through, so that way they can know what mistakes you made and how to handle them in the future. So that's just my input on it. Like I said, our feed did get cut off on Instagram for whatever reason. So we're going to give sis a few seconds to go ahead and jump back in this thing, as well as my best friend. We got one Instagram follower, Arrow, aka Mr. No Limits _93. He said, hello, everybody. Hello to you too. Again, anytime during either one of these recordings, whether it's on Instagram or whether it is on YouTube, Guys, please feel free to go ahead and throw your questions out there. We have a list of about 21 questions. I asked 21 questions, hey, and they all about us. I'm just playing. But yeah, we do have like 21 questions. So we still have a few questions left to answer. We're going to try to answer as many of them as possible. But if y'all do have a question, feel free to throw y'all questions out there. So I am going to keep the show rolling until she jumps back in. I hope she jumps back in pretty soon. And she just texts me. She just texts me. Yes, join. So sorry about that, y'all. But she's gonna jump back in. So I'm gonna keep the show rolling while she gears back up to get back in. This is a good question. It says, what are toxic traits? And I'm not sure who asked this question. Are you asking more of what are toxic traits in us as individuals, like personally, like what's a toxic trait in me, or in general? I'm going to answer that question in a personal way. Toxic traits in me, one toxic trait in me, I can honestly say that sometimes I'm a little too forgiving to people. It's one of those things I honestly cannot help. I do have a big heart. I love people. I love to give people a chance. Like I feel like everybody deserves a second chance in life to a certain extent. But again, part of my problem is I sometimes give the wrong people a second chance. So a toxic trait in me would definitely be like being too nice to people. Like I got a big heart. I love people. I'm a people person. Anybody know me can tell you that I'm a people person. But yeah, like that's one thing I feel like it's a little toxic. And I mean, it's not necessarily toxic, but if that was one thing that I really could change about myself, it would be to not give people, not necessarily people, but not give some people as many chances as I do. And it's funny because it kind of piggybacks off of the question of who knows everything about you. Like that's one thing that my best friend used to tell me all the time. Like, you too nice to people, you give people too many chances. But now I don't do that as much. Like it'll take a lot for me to give a person a second chance because I don't know. I've just got to a point in life, in an age in life where it doesn't really matter what you did. I'm not going to necessarily forget what you did. I'll probably forgive you. But as far as a second chance, I'm real lenient on who I give second chances to nowadays. So as far as a toxic trait, it will be being too kind-hearted to people or giving that type of energy to people who don't give the same in return or who don't deserve it. So another question says, where is true happiness found? Where is true happiness found? I think, honestly, true happiness always comes from within. Like, regardless of who you are, where you're from, what your situation in life is, true happiness comes from within. If you're not happy with yourself, then it's hard to be happy with anything else in life. And I think she's back. Is she back? 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 I think my sister back. I think my sister. Ow, she's back. So
what happened?
I think yeah, apparently. I'm looking at the YouTube live video and it's at 1 hour and 4 minutes right now. But yeah. But I did answer 2 questions while you were gone. The first one was, what are toxic traits? I answered that on a more personal level, like what are toxic traits in me, and mine was being too kind-hearted or giving people second chances that don't really deserve it. So what about you?
I would say probably like, I don't know how to word or name it.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I don't like what someone's doing or did to me or something like that, instead of telling them about it, I just leave them alone, period. And I think that's toxic in some cases. I think that I should tell them, but I don't. And most of the time I won't. I'll just leave them alone.
And you know what? Sometimes I can agree with that. Sometimes it is a little hard to tell people, you know, and it's kind of confusing because it's like they know what they did. Sometimes, most of the time, they know what they did to you to make you feel a certain way towards them. But then sometimes they don't know. And I think that sometimes it is hard to tell people what it is they did because everybody don't take stuff the same way. You know, you could just be being normal and be being honest and they take it, oh, well, you this, that, and the third, like, move around with all that drama. I ain't got time for it. This is why I don't want to mess. This is why I don't want to fuck with you in the first place. Okay.
Exactly.
And then another one, the other question I had answered is, where is true happiness found? Before she answered that question, shout out to Stephanie for joining the feed. Shout out to my best friend for joining the feed. Shout out to Eric for joining the feed, and also shout out to Kareem for joining the feed tonight. So sis, go ahead and answer that question. Where is true happiness found?
I think true happiness is found within yourself mentally.
Absolutely.
I think, yeah, like once you understand yourself and
hey, beautiful. Hi, beautiful. Y'all, my goddaughter on camera.
Like, what the hell?
My god baby on camera. Hey, beautiful. She looking like I know that voice, but where he at?
Yeah, when true happiness to me is found like within yourself, like, because once you're content with yourself, like everything just comes so easy. Like
exactly.
Anything that happens, anything that you go through in life, you know, if you know how you are as a person and you've already accepted yourself and know your weaknesses, your strengths, what you can deal with, what you can't deal with, I think everything is just easier. Everything goes easier.
It's a lot easier. Like and like I was saying, like true happiness is definitely found within yourself. Because my thing is, if you're not happy with you and happy with what's inside of you, how can you be happy with what's around you and what you're being blessed with and what's being presented to you?
Yeah, that's true.
Like it's kind of like the yin and yang. Like you gotta have happiness within in order to have happiness elsewhere.
That is true.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna answer probably like 2 or 3 more questions, and then we're gonna let y'all finish enjoying the rest of y'all night.
Yeah, because I got a test too.
And I got homework to do too. Hey, real quick, shout out to all the college students, y'all. Shout out to everybody that's in college. To everybody that's going to be graduating in August or December, shout out to y'all. Congratulations. No matter whether you're going for that bachelor, master's, doctorate, you know, whatever kind of degree you're going for, shout out to you. Congratulations. I graduate next year, December 2020. Y'all get ready because I'm going to try to work out some arrangements for an episode next year to be my graduation live. Like, I want people to see. It's something that I'm proud of. So, and shout out to everybody that's in college. You know, shout out to us college kids. Like, we working hard. We doing what we got to do to make a better life for ourselves. So, shout out to us. This question says, what is your favorite hobby? My favorite hobby, hands down, is singing. Anybody that know me know I turn anything into a song. I don't care what it is. Somebody could be like, "Oh, they stink, stinky, stinky." Say that girl stink. Say that girl stink. That girl is stinky, stinky, stink. Stank, thank, thing. Like I love singing. I feel like singing is like one of the best ways to express yourself besides actually art, like drawing. Like singing is everything. I eat, live, breathe, shit singing. Literally. I sing all the time. So singing is my favorite hobby. I'll sing R&B, but gospel, give me some gospel, baby. I had you. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you so much.
You stupid.
Thank you. Yes, God. I'm not sure say God. Yes, God. I'm not about to say God. But I will have you speaking in tongues. Do you hear me? Like, I love singing. Singing is my thing. So if y'all got any weddings, birthday parties, baby showers coming up, and y'all need somebody, get it, Pastor. Let's go. Best friend, though. But if you got any weddings, anything coming up, you need somebody to sing, I do not mind singing. Me being the type of person I am, I have not always embraced my voice because I didn't used to think I actually knew how to sing until I started to practice it more and I started to love my voice. So if you got a wedding coming up, if you need a singer, holla at your boy. I'm gonna be real honest with you. I probably should, but I'm not. I don't charge. I sing for free. Your payment to me is allowing me to be a part of your special day. So y'all got something coming up and need me to sing, I'll sing for you. I'm not too keen on singing at funerals. I ain't never sung at a funeral. My Holy Ghost is not strong enough to sing at no funeral. So unfortunately, I can't sing at funerals. But anything else, I got you. So yeah, my favorite hobby is singing. And hookah. I like hookah. Hookah's lit. It's relaxing. It's chill. So what's your favorite hobby, sis?
I would have to say, like, I don't know if that it's like going new places. Is that a hobby?
Hell yeah, that's a hobby.
Okay, I just like doing new things, like, or traveling. But
yeah,
that's not really a hobby.
Yes, it is. And the reason why I say that's considered as a hobby, because I feel like a hobby is anything that promotes self-care. And sometimes that self-care can be for somebody just going somewhere, seeing something new, experiencing some shit outside of wherever you live. Like, we got this trip coming up going to San Antonio in next month or whatever. San Antonio ain't nowhere, but it's not Houston.
Yeah.
It's not Houston. So like traveling is a hobby. It's therapeutic. So every now and then you need
doing that, like, especially like road trip ones.
Yes, like, road trip. See, I told you I'll turn anything into a song.
My hands always start dancing.
Right? That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to get turned. All right. So you got a question from the list you want to ask?
Let me see. I would say I think I'm going to say, did you? Oh, no, I think you already asked me. Did you already ask me what was your favorite TV show or show you love to binge? Did you do
No,
that one?
I didn't. We could do that one.
Okay, that one. What would you say?
My favorite, I wouldn't necessarily say an actual TV show because it's kind of hard. Like, I'm kind of picky with shows. But I think anything dealing with like sci-fi or supernatural, like I like Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Even though it's not like really sci-fi, it's like action-packed. What was the show I just finished on Netflix? Shit. Think. Designated Survivor. That was a really good show. I like the OG Charmed. The Charmed respin they did was actually pretty. I was impressed. I like looking at a lot of DC shows on the CW. So Green Arrow, DC Legends of Tomorrow, The Flash. Like I would say anything that deals with supernatural or like
that.
Yeah, like action packed, special agents. anything that can make your imagination run wild and just be like, oh, what if I did something like that? Or be like, damn, what if the world was really like this? Like that's my kind of show.
What would mine would be the ones I call my soap operas, modern day soap operas, like Love and Hip Hop.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord, I can't stand them people. Love and Hip Hop.
Okay, all reality shows. I like to binge watch those, or anything that's good with episodes. Like mostly on Netflix. Like anything that come on Netflix that be popular, 9 times out of 10, it's binge watchable.
Yeah. I like reality shows too. I was a real big fan of Jersey Shore when Jersey Shore first dropped. Like Jersey Shore, that was no. Can I get a fist bump?
When that first came out, yes.
It's t-shirt time. Cavs are here. I highly doubt any of them will ever watch any of these videos. But shout out to my boys Pauly D and Vinny for their show. I have yet to get a chance to watch it, but Pauly D and Vinny got a double shot of love, and from the clips I see, it looked like it's good, and I need to start watching it. But I like reality TV too. Shout out to Tyler Perry. If you ever see this, put your boy in a play. I have a character, an old character. I call him Uncle Elroy. He crazy. He a fool with it. I like doing impersonation. Sit down somewhere, you monkey. You know, I do impersonations. So I like the haves and the have-nots. Too close to home.
Yeah.
Honestly, anything Tyler Perry do, like I'm for it.
Anything Tyler Perry put his hands on will be good.
Baby, it's a blessing. And if you did not see Tyler Perry's speech from the BET Awards, y'all are asleep. Go watch his speech. Uncle Tyler, baby, Tyler gave it to him. He didn't hold back. That man right there, that man got something good coming for his life. Something better. He already got good things going on with all his movies and TV shows and contracts that he do. Like, the man is great. So y'all better go check it. Y'all better not sleep on Tyler Perry. We're gonna have to square up. Y'all better not sleep on Yeah. So for the last question, and I think this is gonna be a funny one.
Okay.
What is your worst sexual experience? Come on, sis. Let's hear. What's your worst sexual experience?
It was in the beginning, so closer to when I had, just started.
Mm-hmm.
And for whatever reason, the person couldn't get it in for whatever reason, and they didn't even get it in, and they came.
How the hell you do that?
I don't know.
Wait. Hold on. Pineapples.
Yeah.
I need to say, for my people that's watching, I need to hear y'all voice on it. I need to hear this. I need y'all to work with us on this one. I knew this one was gonna be good, but I didn't think it was gonna be that good. How the hell you come without even going in?
That's what I wondered. I mean, and especially with this is my first person, so I really had no clue how that could happen at the time. Now I think I have a better idea. Like, either he was overly excited. I would say overly excited, or
he must have been. That must have been his first time too, because I don't think there's ever been an incident where.
It wasn't my first time. It was my first person, but it had already been a few times with him. So that's why it was kind of like,
That's even worse. Y'all done did it before. Y'all come back and do it again. And you can't get it in, but you just nutted. Bro, you make whoever that is say, bro, you making us look bad. And I'm talking BADDDDDDDDD. Lord have mercy.
Yeah, that was mine.
Wow. I am weak because I'm trying to figure out how does you better not ever say, bro. You better not ever embarrass me like that. You understand me?
No.
Don't you ever embarrass me like that, bro. Like we go square up in box, bro. Don't you ever embarrass me like that. My worst sexual experience was just trash.
Whoa.
Like it was just trash, and like I'm talking about it was one of them situations where I literally started thinking about other shit just to come fast.
Oh my God, really?
Like it was trash. Like, and it's not too many. Like I'm not no hoe or nothing like that. Don't y'all get me wrong. I'm not Tatiana. I'm not Tati's little brother. Okay, I am not little Tati. But I've had my share of experiences that have just been like, whew. Shit, we finna have to go for round 2. But then that time it was just like, whew, thank God this is over.
Dang, that's great. Was it more so like the person, like their movement? Like, were they not moving? Did they not know how to do things? Like, or did it feel bad? Like, what was it that just made it trash?
Well, for starters, she was boring. She wasn't making no...
Oh, boring. Okay.
She wasn't moaning.
I was gonna say, hold on, she was just bored.
Oh my God, you are horrible. Okay, because people be sick trying to have sex with newborn babies. Like y'all sick, filthy animals. But it was trash. Like it wasn't like for a real man. If you know you're doing the do and it's good. It's like you thinking, don't come. Enjoy the pleasure. Yeah. But I was just like, can you just like, come on now. Come on. It's right there. Come on. Like it was.
That is too funny.
Like it was trash. It was trash. And it's rare that I say that about a sexual experience because women are amazing. And if you're a woman, you know what that thing is capable of. You know what you could do with that thing. It was just like walking through a door. Like it was okay. It's like imagine going somewhere like to a restaurant and they be like, "Oh, this food is just so bomb. Like this is the best. We gotta go there. You go there and try it, and the food is just like basic as hell." And when I say basic, I'm talking like McDonald's or Jack in the Box basic. Exactly. My point exactly. It was like, I'm good, niece. And I think after that, I blocked her.
Really?
Yeah. I think I blocked her so that way she would never hit me up again. So that way we would never have sex again. Like, and you know what? I'm so dumb. I didn't even count that. And my count is important. I didn't count that. God. I'd have been better off letting these 5 sisters right here take care of me. You understand? I'd have been better off take care of myself. Like, your pussy trash.
That's funny.
Your pussy trash. Like it was bad. It was bad. It was like it was so bad. Like she should have been embarrassed, honestly. Oh my goodness. But yeah, that was it. So guys, thank y'all so much for joining in today's episode of the Real Talk. We've been running this thing for an hour and 23 minutes. This is probably the longest Real Talk episode that we have yet. If you're not following us on Instagram, make sure you follow the official Real Talk Instagram at the official_Real Talk. Make sure you subscribe to both of our YouTube channels. And when you subscribe to them, don't just subscribe to them. Make sure you tap that little bell in the top corner so that way you can get notifications for future video uploads. Once again, y'all be on the lookout for this podcast. Huh?
I said, are we up next week?
Next week, we are probably going to be up next week, next Wednesday. Well, my goal is to try to roll the shows out every Wednesday. If we can't hit it every Wednesday, that's cool because that gives us a little more time to prepare ourselves. Of course, like when we college students, we got lives, you have children, we got other obligations going on.
Yeah.
But next Wednesday, we definitely will be trying to drop another episode. So y'all make sure y'all be looking out for that. Be on the lookout for the announcement of the official podcast when it does come in hard and heavy in play. Like I say, I'm real excited about dropping this podcast. I'm waiting on equipment to come in. Once that equipment come in and I get everything set up, we're gonna be on and popping. Every Real Talk episode that we have ever recorded, it will be on podcast. Even that crazy ass karaoke episode, it's gonna be on the podcast, y'all. It's gonna be on the podcast.
That's funny.
But shout out to everybody that has been supporting us and been following us from the beginning. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all support. Sis, you got anything you want to say?
Just thank you, and I can't wait until we are moving up to the next level. It's starting slow, but we will get there. We have goals and plans.
That's right.
Oh Lord, Antonio said he want to be on the next one.
So you know what? It's funny he say that because the next one I did want to do a couples interview type thing. So if I did because I have a lot of what did he say?
No, you
I'm dead. But if he say Tone definitely want to be on the next episode, I got you, fam. We can make it happen.
Yes, we will look at him. You
see him trying to hide his head. But for real, y'all, thank y'all for supporting us.
I done got the whole family in the snap now.
Oh, hey, shout out to the Terry family over there. Look at him trying to get his sister without being in the camera.
Talking about gimme. She heavy.
But we thank y'all. We love y'all. We appreciate the support. Y'all keep watching. Keep following up with us. Keep motivating us. All right, y'all. We love y'all. We out here like swim. I'm finna get on this homework. Then I need to find something to cook because your boy.
Damn test.
Because your boy is Hungary. So yeah, that was this week's episode of Real Talk, y'all. We love y'all. Stay true, stay great, and if you can't be great, be greater.
Yes.
In the words of one of my newfound growing on me artists,
Ya no soy high, soy como el testarosa. Soy el que se la vive y también el que la goza. Cosa,
es la cosa.
Mami es la cosa. El que mira sufre y el que toca goza.
I said I like it like that. I said I like it like that. I said I like it like that. I said I like it like that.